Hey, good day to everyone. It's not good morning. It's good day. Sorry for the delay. I've been completely out of pocket. I will be out of pocket an awful lot this particular week. Going to be in and out of the office early and what have you, attending to some health issues with my wife and trying to get her taken care of. Hope you'll understand. But I appreciate you being with me for this version of Morning Musings, even though it's afternoon. We'll still call it Morning Musings, okay? I'm sharing with you some thoughts on the resurrection. As in Adam all men die, even so in Christ shall all be made alive. Most believers hold that the resurrection is the resurrection out of a casket, out of a hole in the ground. And yet, there's so many problems with that view that it really is not even tenable. I want you to ask yourself this question. Is the child of God genuinely, objectively, currently forgiven of all sin? Now, I think most Christians would say, well, absolutely. Okay, let's think about this for a moment, shall we? The death introduced by Adam was ostensibly, supposedly, physical death. And the wages of sin is death, i.e., physical death. Sin brings death. Wherefore, as by one man sin entered the world, and death through sin, so then all men die because all men sin. Hello, we have a problem here. So the wages of sin is death, ostensibly biological death. What is forgiveness? It's the removal, the obliteration, the abolishment of sin. Okay, sin brings death. The child of God has no sin. Why then does even the most faithful child of God still die biologically? You see, folks, if the death introduced by Adam was in fact biological death, and if the wages of sin is biological death, then the death of any Christian, the death of every Christian, signals without a doubt whatsoever that there is no such thing as forgiveness of sin today. The blood of Christ does no good whatsoever if in fact the wages of sin is physical death, but even the most faithful child of God, ostensibly, supposedly cleansed, redeemed, forgiven through the blood of Christ, still has to experience the penalty for sin which they supposedly don't even have. Do you see the problem? If forgiveness is real, if death, the death of Adam, and the wages of sin is physical death, there's no way in this world that the child of God should die physically. Jesus said, if a man keeps my sayings, he will never die. I think we all know he could not have been speaking of biological death there. You and I are going to die biologically. No matter how much we love the Lord, no matter how much our faith trusts Him, you and I are going to die biologically. The life that Jesus came to give, the life from death, the life from the death of Adam that Jesus came to give, is life through forgiveness. And that life is not biological life. It is not being raised out of a hole in the ground. Hey, thanks for joining me for this morning's musings. Hope to see you later in the week. It all depends upon how things go with my wife's treatment and what have you, and how she feels, and me having to tend to her. But again, thank you for being with me. I'll see you on the flip side.